Hey friendlies, I'm Carolyn. Welcome back to my life living in an RV. If you've been following me lately, you know that I've had a lot on my mind. A lot of what's next for me, what's my future looking like, is it time for me to settle down, what does my YouTube channel look like in the future. I've just had a lot of 6 years on the road and 6 years on YouTube. I've been asking myself what's next. So I've made some decisions and I have some big news that I want to share with you. So I'm gonna share it with you today.
Ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Got to find your own.
All right, before I share the big news with you, I'm gonna give you a little hint and let's see if you can figure out what it might be. Are you ready? Soy aprendo español porque quiero ir a México algún día y Babbel me ayudó. Ha! So yes, Babbel has been helping me learn Spanish because someday I just might go to Latin America. You never know. And so today I wanted to tell you all about Babbel because it's really been so fun and so helpful in helping me learn Spanish. And what I love about Babbel is that it's real world conversation. You can choose when you sign up for Babbel what the application is. Like, are you going to be using it for business? Are you going to be using it for vacation? And that way it'll help tailor your lessons toward whatever you're going to be needing it for. Another thing I really like about Babbel is I like to keep my mind active. Especially as we get older, it's really important to exercise our brains. And I think Babbel is really, really good for that. And it's a lot of fun. In just 10 minutes a day, you can learn a new language in just 3 weeks. I don't do it every day, and I have come so far already because the lessons are interactive. You can hear the language spoken. You can practice speaking it using the microphone on your cell phone. You can do flashcards, there's lesson reviews. It's just so fun. Here, let me show you.
Ella es Ana y él es Miguel.
Ella es Ana y él es Miguel. Yay, I'm a pronunciation pro. Look at that. ¿Puedes repetir? Can you repeat that? Hearing you loud and clear. Look at how fun it is. Excelente. Look at that. I'm a pro. So what language do you want to learn and why do you want to learn it? I'm really curious. Leave your comment below and let me know. And if you want to sign up to get started learning your language, Babbel is going to give you 60% off your subscription if you use my personal link in the video description. So what are you waiting for? Get started learning a new language, whatever it is. Tell me below. Get started today with 60% off. It's a great deal and it's so much fun and it's brain food. So go ahead, click the link in the video description and get started today. That might have been too easy. That was a dead giveaway, right? So yeah, I've been working with Babbel to learn Spanish for a while now, and I'm gonna be putting that Spanish to use. I'm going to Mexico. Yes, I'm going to Mexico. So not just to go get my meds or to get my teeth done. I am planning an extended trip in Mexico this winter, spring. So I'm in the early stages of research and planning, but I've done enough research to know that it's something I want to do. And of course, I'm going to take you guys with me. Guys and gals, of course I am. It's gonna be fun. A solo woman going to Mexico, and I know I can hear you now. Oh my gosh, it's so dangerous. Oh my gosh, cartels. I've been hearing it already from friends and loved ones. Don't worry, I am doing my research and my due diligence. I also am following a lot of people, a lot of solo women who've gone to Mexico without incident. So yes, I am in very early stages of planning, but I'm hoping maybe January, February, we'll see. I also don't know if I want to take my RV. I might buy a cheap van and go travel Mexico in a van because everything, all the research that I've done so far, you know, you can't drink water out of the tap. So what's the sense of having a 42-gallon water tank if I can't drink it? It's kind of difficult to find dump stations. The electricity at RV parks can can be very iffy and it can blow out your wires. So I'm thinking maybe I won't take the RV. You know, maybe I'll buy a cheap van, go travel around Mexico for a month or 3 months or 6 months. I don't know yet. Kind of play it by ear, and then sell it when I come back. So that's an option that I'm definitely looking at. Like I said, I don't know how long I want to go. I have been kind of thinking that maybe I might live there for a while, and this is kind of going to be an exploratory trip. I just want to see what it's really like. You know, there's a lot of fear mongering, and then of course you listen to the people who are there, and they're like, yeah, you know, there's a little bit of corruption, you might have to pay off a cop, and here's how to handle that. So there's a lot, of course, that's going to go into the trip of me going alone, whether it's in an RV or a van into Mexico by myself. So yeah, but I'm excited about going. Another part of the reason I don't want to take the RV is because there is a couple who went in an RV about my size, nicer, newer RV, and the streets in Mexico are very narrow. I think about driving in Athens, Greece, or all of Greece for that matter, and I was in a minivan, or no, what was I in? Like, I don't know, some little truck. I can't remember what it was. And the streets are narrow. You know, they're old streets. They're not made for a big, classy RV. So I feel like taking the RV, I might miss out on a lot. I'm not going to do boondocking because this is an exploratory trip. I want to get a lay of the land and a feel for it. I don't think it'd be safe for me, especially without knowing the country at all, to just go off and boondock by myself. This is an exploratory trip. This is me getting to know another country to kind of get a feel. That's how I survive, right? I test things out, I get a feel for them, and then I start pushing the envelope. I don't rush right in pushing the envelope. And so I really think I might want to do it in a van. And that way, with a van, I have the option to stay in hotels, which will be cheap in Mexico. I want to experience the culture and the people. That's why I'm really, you know, really diligent now in my Spanish lessons with Babbel. And I want to be able to drive down the quaint little village streets and things like that. Of course, if I don't get a van, I could park the RV and just walk in them. But there's also a lot that could... I'm thinking repairs. If I have to repair something in the RV, it's probably going to be more difficult to do in Mexico than repairing a van, like a Ford van, a basic Ford engine. Although I have a basic Ford engine. I don't know. It just seems like a lot of variables, a lot of unknowns, a lot more challenges taking the RV because of its size. If things break inside, it might be harder and things like that. So that's the big news. I'm going to take you along with me for the important steps along the way, the things like the paperwork that I have to get, the paperwork I have to get for Sadie, the insurance I'm going to have to get on whatever vehicle I decide to take. If I buy a van, I'll show that and what I'm going to do to get it ready inside for me to live in. Sometimes I went off on a tangent. A van would be nice because I could stay in hotels sometimes, but I could also camp. You know, maybe I'll just take like a Jackery or something for battery so that I can work and stay plugged in and probably my Starlink. So there's a lot in the air, but I'm excited. I've been needing a new adventure. I'm getting kind of bored and just in a rut because, you know, been there, done that, you know, and I need something new. I need something to get my adrenaline pumping, and I think a trip to Mexico will definitely do that. You know, I want to do all the international travel I can, but with Sadie, of course, you know, I can't just hop on a plane and go somewhere. I just can't imagine leaving her behind. So this is something she can do with me. We'll see how it goes. I might decide to push it to Central America, maybe all the way to South America, who knows. Like I said, this is really just an exploratory. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how difficult it is, or you know, how easy it is. And if things go well in Mexico and I feel like I've got Mexico down, then maybe I'll push it and go down into Central America. Of course, with a lot of research and knowing where to go and where not to go. So at this stage, I'm really interested in the Gulf Coast, not so much in the Pacific Coast, because everything I have read, the Pacific Coast is a lot more crowded, and the Gulf Coast is beautiful and a lot less people. And I have been to Mexico before, not just, you know, the trips that you have seen in college. My boyfriend at the time and I took a road trip in Baja down to San Felipe, a little south of San Felipe, and back. So I don't know, we spent a week at least just kind of goofing around, drinking mezcal. In Baja, and I don't want to do Baja. I want to do mainland, because I've done Baja. I've been to Ensenada. I've been to, you know, San Felipe. I haven't been to Cabo. I could go to Cabo, but I really want to do mainland Mexico. I would love to see Mexico City. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. You know me. It's just like, okay, well, I'll make a plan for crossing the border and we'll figure out the rest along the way. So are you excited? Don't forget to tell me below what language you want to learn and why. And also, if you're excited about this trip and going to Mexico with me, let me know. Do #excited. All right. Thank you all so much. I hope you're excited, and I hope this is something that you're really looking forward to watching and not worrying too much. You know me, I can always take care of myself. I have a brain and I know how to use it. All right, I'll see you next time. And I have a gut. I have a brain and to do the research and know what I'm getting myself into, and I have a gut, and I'm really good at following my gut. So don't worry. All right, I'll see you soon. Thank you for being here. Be sure to check your notifications. Make sure you're still subscribed to my channel and YouTube didn't pull a fast one and unsubscribe you. And if you want more real-time, behind-the-scenes bloopers, join Patreon, and you can also click the join button below to join this channel to get a nice, cute badge next to your name and content and exclusive content. All right, I'll see you next time. Thank you all so much. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you next time. In the meantime, be happy, be free, and be kind. Adios!